Hello and welcome to Terrier News. I'm Catherine Marin.
And I'm Samantha Gambino. Today we'll be talking about what new school events are coming up.
But first, let's take a look at the water crisis in Flint, Michigan.
Flint, Michigan is experiencing a life-threatening crisis as its water supply contains extremely high levels of lead. The issue began in April of 2014 when city officials switched from Detroit's original water supply of Lake Huron to the Flint River in order to save money. The following February of 2015, tests of the water began showing dangerously high levels of lead. As a result, anyone residing in the Flint area who has consumed the water is suffering from lead poisoning. Children are more susceptible to negative effects from the poisoning as it affects a child's ability to develop normally. House Democratic leader Tim Grimiel stated Mayor Rick Snyder was aware of the health threats posed by Flint's drinking water months before he publicly acknowledged it. Still, Mayor Snyder refuses to answer questions concerning why he waited so long to publicly address the issue.
Last Saturday, the 6th GOP debate was held to showcase the top 7 presidential candidates. For the most part, it was a battle between Ted Cruz and Donald Trump. The top focus points were ISIS, the economy, and uniting as a party in order to demonstrate a strong front against whomever will be the Democratic candidate. Trump has been dominating the polls and announced that because of his disdain for the way both Fox and Megyn Kelly handled their last debate, he will not be participating in tonight's. Instead, he will be holding his own speaking event the very same evening as the debate. On the other side of the aisle, there was a town hall meeting on Sunday with the top 3 Democratic candidates, Bernie Sanders, Hillary Clinton, and Martin O'Malley. The meeting took place in Des Moines, Iowa, with the candidates complimenting each other, but then shortly after expressing why each was more fitting for the job. Sanders' numbers are rising up against Hillary's, and he has pulled ahead in the Iowa poll. Looking forward, Secretary Clinton is hopeful that she will win over New Hampshire voters as the race moves there shortly after the Iowa caucus in the next few weeks.
This past weekend, New York experienced its first snow of winter and the second largest blizzard in history. Accumulating 27.7 inches, Winter Storm Jonas caused many flights to be canceled at all 3 New York airports and left 250,000 homes without power. The severity of the storm resulted in Governor Cuomo declaring a state of emergency and placing a travel ban on all modes of transportation. 11 deaths were also reported, 7 of those stemming from cardiovascular issues as a result of heavy shoveling. New York is still trying to get back on its feet after the historical storm, as many areas are still shoveling out of ice and snow. Mayor de Blasio still urges New Yorkers not to travel on roads except when necessary in order for the sanitation department to finish clearing roads effectively. All public transportation is back up and running smoothly.
This Thursday, St. Francis College welcomed Sister Joanne Mark, Executive Director for the Partnership of Global Justice. She spoke about the UN's work to a sustainable future. Her past and present work has given her the experience needed to help immigrant families making the transition in the U.S. In other school news, on Monday, February 8th, author Kathleen Neville will be speaking in the Maroney Theater. She has written 2 nonfiction books on sexual harassment, assault, in the workplace and in the learning environments. She previously has written articles for American Lawyer and provided her expertise to several college textbooks. She has also done work helping people recover from their abuse and harassment. Be sure to look on the SFC homepage for more upcoming school events.
Now here's Matt Conklin with the sports update.
Thanks guys, and welcome back Terriers. The men's and women's basketball teams brought us into the new semester with the annual Battle of Brooklyn against LIU's B-ball program on January 23rd. The men's squad posted a 64-49 victory, while the Lady Terriers won by a score of 71-51. The boys and girls look to keep that momentum rolling this week as they're set to take on Wagner College and Central Connecticut State, respectively. And the Mets are making headlines this offseason as they re-signed the man who, last season, carried them to the playoffs for the first time in 9 years. Indeed, the Mets and outfielder Yoenis Cespedes agreed to terms on a 3-year deal with an unprecedented player opt-out clause after the first year. But Cespedes will don the orange and blue for the 2016 campaign, about which many Met fans are overjoyed. And your Super Bowl matchup is all set. The Panthers will take on the Broncos in the big game's 50th anniversary on February 7th. Here's wishing for a good game, some funny commercials, and for our boxes to not be terrible. All right, that's it for sports. Back to you, Katie.
Thanks, Matt, and here's our new reporter, Corey Adams, with entertainment.
Thank you, Catherine. Unfortunately, singer David Bowie, one of the most influential musicians of his era, has died of cancer at the age of 69. His social media accounts show tweets saying he peacefully was surrounded by his family after an 18-month battle with cancer. Tributes have been paid from around the world to the extraordinary artist, whose last album was released days ago, In lighter news, Chris Pratt is reflecting on his success and giving out free advice. On Wednesday, the Jurassic World actor took to Instagram, sharing a lengthy message with his 3.6 million followers. The 36-year-old actor has come a long way since his days on Everwood and Parks and Recreation, and noted that he hopes that by seeing his journey in the spotlight, others will be inspired to go after their own goals. I am doing what I love. It doesn't feel like work. Even though it is, I'm having fun, he shared. I'm overcome with joy and gratitude. I felt like posting this to say to anyone out there chasing their dream, and what great advice indeed. Also, Kanye West spent Wednesday afternoon blasting Wiz Khalifa on Twitter, saying, "I am your OG, and I will be respected as such." West wrote in one of his many tweets directed at the rapper, which also took aim at Khalifa's ex, Amber Rose, and the couple's child, "You own waves? I own your child," West wrote. He later deleted almost all of the tweets, writing, "I'm gonna take these down because it's all about the positive energy and blessings." Is it really positive energy and blessings, Kanye West? That's it for entertainment news.
Thanks, Corey. That's all for this episode. I'm Samantha Gambino.
And I'm Catherine Barron with Terrier News. Thanks for joining us. See you next week.